hello. We're going to start this match with Brainstorm's attack ban. All the good luck, have fun's going in chat, but of course, theoretically you don't want your opponent to have good luck, but oh well. First ban coming in is Kappa Tau. Now, in this league, you don't see him get banned too often, but of course, the utility that he has is quite substantial, and it's nice to get rid of it, of course. Now let's see who XP ban.
I'm just surprised it isn't Thatcher.
Maybe Thatcher will be here. No,
Monty. Okay, never mind.
Oh my god, this may be the first, one of the first times we've seen him.
It's a bit confusing because of the update that happened.
He's not really as strong anymore. You do have to work much more with your team, so Monty can be useful. Galloway's
target
and Clash. Both shield operators get taken out of the equation.
XV. Okay, that's.
Wait, what?
That's incorrect. We're missing 4 players, but we're not missing any players.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
And then the mirror ban coming in last, of course. Mirror can be quite impactful on quite a few sites that I've come to notice. Like, she can be very good for top 4, of course. She can be viable for kitchen, but I'd say that she is also very good on reading when you're trying to hold top 4. Okay, the first defense coming in will be a reading and fireplace. We're going to see a potential Wamai coming out, as well as a Maestro. I won't be surprised, however, if Canby switches off that Maestro to go to a Valkyrie, as he usually does, considering Valkyrie is a band. And maybe even a Ying. Let's see what 6 picks come out here. Yep. Oh, he switches to a Goyo instead. Now, of course, Goyo for top 4, obviously, can be quite impactful, of course, because on the top 4, when you're defending reading, there's all that area that you can make the attacker scared of pushing before they clear the utility out.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as
the attackers 6 picks to an ace, just so they have more hard reach potential in case one of them die, or of course, ace specializes more in walls, whereas Hibana is better for the hatches. It appears that the defense are going to go for somewhat of a top 4 hold. And I think I think a Vulcan shield was placed in train, just in fireplace.
10 seconds remaining.
They've got that shield placed top right, of course, so now the defenders will have an easier time playing that position, and obviously, of course, it stops the person from getting to white side's window and shooting anyone who is playing on split. Of course, they brought the IQ, so a lot of the defender gadgets will not be as impactful as they usually would. Especially ADSs, Wellman magnets, as well as units. The sledge now making quick work of those hatches, which will allow the attackers to drop, potentially, after it's been droned out. However, there is at least 2 players playing on that top 4. Piano wall now getting shredded open by those Ace Salmers, and Jaeger playing quite close by in Piano. Trying to hold them off for as long as he can, but he falls back, knowing that the push will come in soon, and he may not survive. He is playing quite an aggressive angle, however. But does pull back to the safety of Cocktail, where his team can support him. The Ace now spots out that shield, and the Wamai goes for the spray, but doesn't get anyone. Galloway getting the first pick of the game onto Lazzy. IQ is gone. No more of those electronic gadgets getting spotted out for the attack. And that's the diffuser as well. Dropped on the floor, but can be. Team kills Galloway, bringing him to a 4v4. That's Jaeger off the board. That 416 carbine, of course, no longer in use. There is still 2 players holding upstairs, however, can be Witcher, if I'm not mistaken. The shield almost gets taken down, but no, the Mutama stops it and an injure comes in. Can be injuring the ace. The spray comes in and will that Ying find the kill? No, but he does take about 50 HP off him. The revive will come in as well. Now, he's back to a 4v4. The attackers still have to push that player behind the shield, but of course he did have to position. Onto Heaven. He sees the arm of him, he goes to the spray, but another team kill comes after the first round. Now, there he goes. The pick actually comes up, but a refrag comes in and then Ace is down. Sledge is still alive, so that vertical play can still get made. There is a player quite close on the white stairs who could peek up at any second and try to catch this player off guard, but no. Which takes a bit of damage from that Hibana. There's only 25 seconds and not much progress is being made for the attackers. The Sledge decides to drop down to Pillar and try contesting that way. And the Hibana is now inside, he's getting dropped below. The Sledge pushes through, did he see the smoke? Yes, he does really get the pick. A lot of shots being whiffed here, but he does get the pick. The punt was going down, but he got stopped, and then Witcher picks up the final kill. Brainstorm winning that first round. A very nice defense being held. Of course, the defenders knew when to fall back. And they did it at a good time, but the main issue for both teams that round was the fact that a team kill came in for both teams. It seemed like too many players were peeking the same angles and a bullet clipped the back of their head from their own teammate. Of course, that isn't a strategic error, really. It's just more of a misplacement of the operators. We're going to see Kitchen coming now and can be swiftly switching off that Capcan to a Malusi. Thought it was going to be the Valkyrie there, but of course the IQ is still in play, and I think he may have gone the Capcan originally to try make that IQ switch off, because obviously no Intel operators there, but Lazzy is
protect your bombs
he's a rock.
by attackers.
He's not switching off the IQ, as he knows that can be likes the way Valkyrie, and so the bait will not be taken. They have quite a few roamers on the defensive side here, and I'm expecting them to go for that middle floor hold, placing some Banshees on that middle floor near 90. Of course, like I've seen them do many times before, as it has worked out more times than not.
5 seconds remaining.
The attacking lineup almost exactly the same, if not exactly the same. Of course, they don't have that Ying.
Defuse a bomb.
So no Candelas will be in play, but they have an Ash. Oh, of course, one of the best entry fraggers on the attacking side, as well as Zofia, of course. Now we do have that Wamai playing in VIP with that shield and of course the magnets to protect him, so he can hold that position quite solidly. The Sledge already opening those hatches, and Clicky Mickey gets a pick onto Can B. Malusi's now gone on the red stairs. She died from the hatch. And now that's your roam weakened, but there and then Galloway gets a pick onto the ace. Your hard breacher other than Hibana is now gone. And as well as your smoke grenades. He tried to repel into piano, but just got caught off guard. I think, yeah, bottom right stairs if I'm not mistaken. The Hibana now opening part of the garage to try to get some angles towards that one man's position, but of course nothing can be made of it just yet.
A bomb has been located.
The attackers droning out the top floor, of course, because they need to take control of this top and middle floor and clear out anyone nearby, so that push can come in, and so Sledge and Hibana can do their jobs properly. It has taken them a while, however, to join it out. There's only 1 minute and 35 left. Quite a lot of the round's been wasted. Galloway gets his second on the round, taking out Kaiju on the Ash, and now he decides to retreat down those red stairs to the relative safety of his other teammates around him. Clicky Mickey now, anxious about the player that could potentially be around him, but of course the Vigil did retreat earlier on.
The attacker's bomb
And now
diffuser has
Lazzy
been
making the conscious decision to drop the diffuser just outside of Bakery, and gonna go for a solo push, it looks like, as he has no teammates to support him. Witcher gets a pick onto Blazing, that's Hibana dead, your other hard breacher god. Now you have 0 hard breach potential. And your IQ is in prep, having to push forward. Clicking Mickey gets a pick onto Max, that's Jaeger dead. And Galloway is still on about 10 HP. So, it is more even than I thought it'd be. Of course, that Vigil is holding that angle at the main door, and could strike at any moment, and there it is, Galloway with his 3rd on the round, and now 1v3, a tall task for Lazzy, but he does find 25 seconds, and of course he dropped the diffuser early in the round, so he can easily pick that up.
Attackers
there is Galloway, however, coming in for the flank into Small Bakery. He's playing time, however, he's waiting for the right opportunity to push. Lazzy now starting to push and makes the decision to destroy the mute gemmer, but gets caught off guard by Witcher playing in the other side. And that's 2 rounds in a row going for Brainstorm. Of course, this map is defender-sided, so it's expected. Okay, the defender's now making the decision to go to bar, and it's quite nice to see them go their 3rd, considering for most teams it is the primary site, or the secondary at least. We may see a Goyo and a Maestro in play. Oh, and the 0 is going to have to 6-pick off, because of course you can't play him, and he switches to the Thatcher, who we haven't seen all game, surprisingly. So that's only 1 hard breach that they've got at the disposal, and of course the IQ stays on IQ as per usual, but Canby does switch to the Valkyrie this time.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
I'm quite excited to see what hold they go for. I wouldn't be surprised if they went for the storage hold with the shield. We'll have to see. The shield getting placed at the top. White, of course. It's not the same as the shield on Split, of course, because the shield on Split holds the entirety of piano, whereas this one basically it gives them piano, but they can't push down that whole way without coming into contact with the 1-eye. And of course, like I said earlier, that shield can also be used to protect anyone
10 seconds to go.
playing on that pixel angle from the White Stairs window.
5 seconds left.
Drones getting settled by the attackers, of course, to watch their flanks, in case any defenders
Attackers' objective is to locate
try
a bomb and
to
defuse
flank
it.
them late round, of course. Can be playing in pillar at the moment, trying to find any drones.
Loading new magazine.
This may indicate he may go for a run out at some point. I'm expecting the attackers to go for the normal push, taking control of piano, and then working their way towards White, as well as Cigar Shop. Now, Canby is playing in kitchen. Kitchen and bakery, and of course he could go for the run out on anyone repelling on those windows, and it seems likely that he may do it soon. I think it's about to come out any second now. He's just waiting for the right opportunity to take it, and here he goes. He's going for the run out. Will he find anyone? He shoots a light on the side of the building, thinking it was one of the enemies, but no. Claymore getting placed on the red stairs now, which obviously stops the rotation somewhat of any defenders trying to flank those attackers taking control of piano. Of course, the issue with Claymores is the fact that they can be shot, and the lasers give them away. Galloway now holding quite an aggressive angle, and Max gets the first pick of the round onto Clicky Mickey on the Zofia. Now with Zofia dead, of course, 2 concussions are now out of the equation, as well as those 2 impact grenades, which are going to make the clearing of that shield very difficult. And the second pick comes in, Galloway taking out the sledge.
Going live.
Where was that sledge? I think he may have been on that balcony. Yeah, there he is. Of course, Galloway was holding that aggressive angle in pillar, and it pays off.
A bomb is located.
And only 3 attackers left. The push is going to be much more difficult than, of course, if you had all 5 members up. The one might get thrown out once again, but of course they can't really push him, as he does have all those magnets and ADSs to protect him. Oh, Witcher with the beautiful quick peek. Takes out that Thatcher. Kaiju no longer in the round. And all the picks going in the way of Brainstorm at the moment. Only there is 40 seconds remaining. I don't see the attackers winning this one. With all those shields still being held by the defenders. And of course there is the Jaeger still on the flank. And there it is, the Jaeger. Galloway finds his double on the round. And now Blazing all alone. The IGL for XV all alone in a 1v5 and doesn't find anything. And Brainstorm with a flawless round. And that's their third in a row. A very, very nice hold for Brainstorm. All those early picks that they got were sentimental, of course, especially with the Zofia getting taken down, as well as that sledge. Because then basically all the ways that you could clear, get rid of that utility as well as those shields, it was gone. Defenders opting to go to reading once again. Of course, that was their first sight, and they won it out. It was somewhat close, but they still managed to pull it off, and they played it very well in the first round. I'm not expecting too much to get changed this time around, but of course, it did work on their first attempt, and the Valkyrie getting 6 picked to a Goyo. And the IQ being brought every single round, because of course, they probably know how much utility the attackers, the defenders like to use, especially Valkyrie,
and defuse as many bombs
as well as somewhat the mute jammers.
The match stats are broken.
Oh, the stats coming up, of course, they are completely broken, so...
They are entirely broken.
Yeah, well, even though we can't see the match stats, I'm going to say now, I'd say at the minute for the defenders, the most crucial player that they've had, I have to give it to 2 people. Yeah, I was going to say Witcher and Galloway. Because Witcher has just been holding some really, like, he's been somewhat anchoring and holding really nice positions, which give the defenders the win. And then Galloway on the roam almost every round. Getting those first picks. I'd say he probably has the best opening picks of the entire game. The attacking side are struggling much more than the defenders are, of course. These 2 players, Kaiju and Best, of course, they are pretty new to XV. 2 of the players did leave, and now 2 spots were vacant, and these guys decided to take them. So there is much more chemistry at the moment on the side of Brainstorm, because of course these players played much longer, and Witcher gets the first kill into Blazing, IQ already down. Lack of dronings come out, and then the second pick comes in. Galloway taking down Clicky Mickey. It looks like the attackers are getting really impatient and just want to take map control as fast as possible. Now, like I said, Galloway and Witcher being the 2 most impactful players of this match, and the picks that they just got reinforced that statement. At this point, it's a fact, not a statement. So, again, it's in a 3v5 just as per usual for this match. Galloway may go out for the run out on that player repelling on Heaven Window. Best now opting to
Bomb
go
located by
pillar directly. He is starting to drone it out, however, and he may push in quite soon. Of course, it is a dangerous place to push. That can be helped, but he gets inside quite easily. Oh, his mouse seems to have died or something in there. Max's shield gets destroyed, and now he's going to have to play more passively. Because of course, without that shield, you can't play as aggressively as you'd like to. Best getting shot from that Jaeger in mining, but he gets the pick. Now it's a 4v3, still in favour of the defenders, and Best takes some shots from the player on Heaven. Lazzy next to site, and Canby gets injured by the Ash on Kaiju on the Ash, but Witcher gets the instant refrag, and now it's just Lazzy and Best all alone. Lazzy going for a sneaky plant here, Will, but no, he pulls off, as he may have known the defenders possibly knew that he was there. He's going to go for the plant again, but he gets down on the little defenders, notice that he's there. He has to fall off and gets picked up by Witcher. That's his third pick on the round. He's been playing these support operators, but has been fragging out more than anyone else, it seems like. Now, Best, all alone, in a 1v3 situation. Every defender left to find, but not a lot of time. He almost finds the first defender, but Witcher, with a 4K that round, protects his teammate, and closes out another round. For Brainstorm, 4 rounds in a row now. It seems like that last round, XV just got incredibly impatient and just tried to take piano as fast as they could, and 2 of their players got picked early, and then their attack just crumbled to pieces.
Can you please get an Ethernet cable, thanks?
Right, it's not that easy, okay?
Are you on 5 GHz or 2.4?
I have no idea.
Because it'd be better if you're on 5.
I'm literally on the opposite side of the house from the Wi-Fi box, so getting an Ethernet cable will be difficult.
Okay, go for power line then. Go for power line.
What's that?
Basically, it's Ethernet that runs through your
Attackers need to
electricity
locate and
line.
defuse bombs.
Oh!
So it has an electrical frequency that it uses that's different to like 220 hertz or whatever. No, it's different to 50 hertz, which is what obviously the UK uses.
I've never heard of that.
But yeah.
Okay,
it should be more stable than
what I've got.
It should be faster as well. It's
10
just
seconds to go.
it's insecure if you have a house that's
5 seconds to go.
attached. That makes sense.
Mine's
Attackers
70
must locate
hertz.
and defuse the bomb.
Well, it should be fine. Like
Reloading.
it's
I have
like your
one house
neighbours
on one
are gonna
side.
hack your other.
Yeah. I have one house on one side, and then on the other side it's just my garden.
Yeah, these should be if you're in
Okay.
like a terrace, or if you're in like an apartment building.
Okay, back to the game. I didn't mention anything there, but the defenders are in the kitchen, playing that middle floor hole. Obviously to try to stop the attackers from playing any vertical. I've seen the attackers once again. Gonna try to take care of the top floor as fast as they can. And there it is, the rappel comes in onto that white stairs hallway. Oh no, it's not! They're just ignoring the top floor and going straight into dining. Now, there is an issue with this, of course, because there is 2 players on that top floor who could pinch them whenever they like. And of course, the attackers have so many angles. Oh, but the first pick comes in. Oh, the attackers are just going for a rush here. Straight down that hatch. Kaiju gets picked off and Blazing gets injured, but Lazzy gets picked as well as Best. And now there's only 2 defenders left. Only one of them next to site, and can be still in reading room. He gets spotted out, but doesn't find anything. He gets the pick onto Lazzy, and now it's a 3v2, still in favour of the attackers. And no defender is on site, so they could go for a plant, but of course the diffuser is upstairs, whereas all the attackers have dropped. So they're going to have to work their way back upstairs, take out Plan B, and then pick up the diffuser. Oh! I'm whiffing his shots, and Clicky Mickey gets a pick onto Witcher, and now it's a 1v3, but Canby does find one of them, decides now to drop down the hatch and play in the freezer. So of course the diffuser still hasn't been picked up, and the attackers have no idea where Canby is. They didn't know he dropped. So he is in quite a safe position at the moment, because of course they have no info on him. He's on those white stairs, however, waiting for that diffuser to attempt to get picked up. He may go for the kill there, but the diffuser does get picked up safely. The hatch drop's going to come in, but Canby is right there and injures Best, and now it's a 1v1. Canby with a triple in this round. His only kills coming in on this single round, and if he can get this 4th, kills won't matter, of course, because he won the defenders a 5th round in a row. The plant's going down. 25 seconds left, and this plant is more likely than not to get confirmed. There it is, post-plant situation. It is a 1v1, both players on very low HP. 1 bullet from either of them, and they each go down. Of course, Canby will need those 7 seconds to defuse. They're right next to each other, but do they know? It doesn't seem like Canby knows the location of that IQ, but of course the sound cue's coming in from the IQ. He surely knows where Canby is playing. There's still 20 seconds. He has 13 seconds to find this kill. Will he see the barrel of the gun? He doesn't see one. So he's going for the defuse, but the IQ's just around the corner, and XV pick up their first round. Very nice play for Blazing. Just hiding and taking his opportunity, taking his time, and collecting all the data he needed to go for that pick and get them their first round. The attackers did almost lose that, however, as they didn't take out Canby earlier when he was playing and reading, and he managed to pick up 3 of them. Now, the defenders now opting to go to bar once again after they just lost in kitchen. The round XV won, I must say. It was very sporadic. Like, they just took dining with no issue, and then a few of them decided to drop down the hatch. A pick came in, of course, but then the refrags kept coming in, and then it was a 4v2 in favour of the attackers.
Loading new magazine.
Of course, Brainstorm going for the same hold as they have both times that they've come to the site, because of course it has worked for them every time, so you don't need to change something if it's not broken. Or as the saying goes, don't fix something if it's not broken. The attackers are bringing the book again, of course. Unlike, Book has more breach potential than Sledge, of course, but he doesn't have those frag grenades to clear out the shields or Malusi gadgets or whatever. Well, obviously you don't need grenades to clear out Malusi gadget, as you can just punch them, but especially those shields. So the only way Book can destroy those shields, of course, is if he goes below, opens them, the vertical holes, and shoots them out. Again, the attackers are making quick work of those hatches. Piano wall already getting opened within 30 seconds, which is nice timing for them. They're starting to pick up the pace and trying to take control, but of course it depends if they can get the picks needed at the start of the round to bring them into an advantage, as it doesn't seem like that has happened very often. Blazing now drops down. 3 players drop down to red stairs, and the Claymore once again will get placed. It's a double Claymore. Of course, if the defender sees the Claymore, he'll shoot that one, and then get surprised by the second one behind it. Now the attackers all starting to move into piano. Canby could get a really nice C4 from below here. He's going for it. He finds 1 and takes half HP off the bench as well. Again, that shot, Ash. Dead. That utility needed to clear that shield is not eradicated, of course, because he still has the spear, but much weaker. Blazing taking some shots from the pixel angle, and you've got Galloway, of course, at the bottom of pillar near reading. And just like the last round, if anyone peeks that balcony, he could take their head off. He goes for it, but doesn't find anyone this time. The attackers are going to have to clear out that one line if they want to succeed in this round. Oh, Lazzy takes some shots towards Galloway, and Galloway's half HP now gone off him, whereas Lazzy didn't take any. Galloway now, once again, still playing that aggressive angle, wanting to find a pick. The IQ is very close, just sat on that sofa. He doesn't notice that Galloway's there, but now he does. And he gets another shot onto him. Galloway on 1 HP now, and white stairs control has been taken by the attackers. And there it is, Blazing gets a pick on to Canby, but Galloway with the refrag. And now the shield can be played once again, but no. Clicky Mickey and Best both find a pick, and now Max is all alone. In Cocktail, he is smoking. He does still have 1 toxic babe, which can deny a plant, but it seems the plant is going to be confirmed. There it is.
Defenders have located the defuse.
Looks like last round, the defender's in a clutch position in a 1v3. He finds 1. Making it 1v2, but the refrag comes out. Clicky Mickey takes out Max. And XV win the second round. It seems like they've really picked up the pace and really synergized together more. And they're going for They're getting much better pushes than they were previously. The defenders going to bar once again. Or maybe not, it seems like it's getting tested, and they're not sure which site when they go to, but yeah, they are going to bar. We may see an Amaru come out for the first time this match. Let's see if the Amaru gets 6 picks off. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Now, of course, Amaru with that Gara hook, she can get to the roof in about 10 seconds, because of course, the Gara hook propels you to greater heights. And also, if you want to go for the rush through a window, you can do it. It's a very high risk, high reward situation, of course, but it is possible. She can also go for hatches and skylights, if there are any, and of course on the bay there is. So if a plant goes down and the Amaru is still up, she can rappel back up that skylight and defend the defuser. But that's an if, of course. And we're not sure if the plant will ever go
10
down.
seconds remaining. Attackers have
And we
located
also
a bomb.
don't know if the Amaru will be
5
alive
seconds left.
at that point.
Magnet deployed.
It
Attackers
seems
are
like
heading out to
XP
defuse a bomb.
are certain every round of bringing that IQ, because of course Canby is one of the, I say, the best, the most well-known Valkyrie player in the league. And he gets a lot of well-earned renown for that. The Amaru is going to go straight through Heaven window, but Canby's so close next to him, we decided to barricade up that door. I want to see this rush come in, and I want to find him, at least find one.
Bomb diffuser has
There aren't
been
any
dropped.
defenders in Cocktail, so he could go for it. I think he's waiting on the signal from his teammates to go for it. He's just waiting patiently, and I want to see this rush come in.
Magnet activated.
The drone comes out, and
Attackers have
of course
recovered
there's
their
no one
diffuser.
there. So the rush may come in any second now, and I hope it does. When's it gonna happen? The defenders will be caught completely off guard if this happens, of course. Unless there's... Oh, here it goes!
Bomb diffuser.
Best goes straight through that window, but there's no one there. Oh, and he gets picked off instantly by Galloway on pillar. Unfortunate. A 4v5.
Attackers
The
recovered
attackers,
the diffuser.
their plan gone to shambles. It seemed like all attackers were
Magnet ready.
adamant
Attackers
on
dropped
waiting
the
for that push to
diffuser.
go in so that they could go for their rush, but didn't work out. Not enough attention was drawn to those attackers, drawn to the defenders, however. And now, the attackers are in a difficult situation, as they've not even taken cigar shot control or piano control yet. And Galloway finds his second on the round onto Lazzy. IQ gone, and the Valcams will stay up and prosper throughout the round. Blazing, dropped, I don't know if he meant to do that. And an EMP grenade comes out, of course disabling the any ADSs or magnets nearby. But it seems like they're not going to do anything
Magnet ready.
with that opportunity given to them. Of course, the EMP did disable a few gadgets there, but the attackers didn't make a play on it. C4 comes out and it takes about 20 HP off of Blazing, but nothing too substantial. The smoke grenade comes out and falls below into train where that player is sat, which takes a lot of damage from multiple angles, as well as Clicky Mickey does, but the Goyo didn't know that Clicky Mickey pushed through and he finds a pick, as well as Kaiju takes out Witcher, that's piano control taken, as well as Batman, making steady progress, and they have 20 seconds left,
Loading new
and
mag.
Galloway finds his third on the round, he's on to the ace, will he
15
find
seconds to
it?
go.
Swapping
Blazing
mag.
does get the refrag onto Max,
10
and
seconds left.
Galloway with his fourth, he is on the quad, only one away from the ace, and Kaiju's in piano
5
with
seconds
5
to
seconds
go.
left to push. Doesn't seem like he's gonna be able to make anything out of it. He gets shot
Operators,
from
you
the
are
high
out of
stairs, but no kill is confirmed. Brainstorm win that round. It seemed the attackers were completely dependent on that Amaru, on the Amaru rush, taking the attention from the defenders onto the Amaru, but no, he got taken out almost instantly by Galloway. He got a very nice 4K that round, every single kill going to him. Now, The sides have swapped, and now extra value on the defense. They're going to go for kitchen, and the very common castle strat may come out. But we'll have to see what 6 picks come out. We're going to see Max on the Jackal. Of course, to try to clear out those roamers faster, so they can take vertical control. And by no surprise, we are seeing Canby on that sledge.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
His best
bombs as they
operator by
can.
far, I would say.
New camera feed up and running.
So, the castle getting stayed in play, as well as the Jackal.
Attackers have
And no
located
6
a
picks
bomb.
coming out for either team. And yeah, the very common castle shot coming out, with most likely the rotate into sight from bakery, and yeah. Oh! An interesting castle barricade placement on the bakery door. Of course,
10
it can
seconds
stop
to go.
the attackers for a little bit if they decide to play there. Oh!
5 seconds to go.
It seems like they're not having the rotate into small bakery, however.
Attackers' objective is
And they
to
just want to
defuse
keep
a bomb.
control of solely bakery. Now the only issue is, well, the issue is if the defender dies in bakery, no cross angles can be held other than from the rotate and from prep, which is going to be difficult for the defenders if they get into that situation. Oh, an early pick comes out, Valkyrie! Best on the Valkyrie, all the way Piano takes out the sledge rappelling up. And Canby, on his renowned operator, he's been taking out the equation very early on. Now the defenders, XV, in the advantage. The Jackal's going to be spotting some feet and decides to track them, and it is the Valkyrie playing in dining at that time. He's going to go for the rotate, but the Ash may catch him off guard, but no, he manages to slip his way out all the way down the white stairs. Galloway still looking for him, but of course he's long gone at this point. Best now sat in a quite interesting position at the bottom of brown stairs. Of course, if anyone, he could catch people off guard if they don't join him out correctly. If they come down brown, or even if they come down white and go through VIP, they won't be expecting someone to be sat there. But he's deciding to move from that initial position. And now the vertical play is being made. Of course, sledge is gone, so it's not going to be, you can't do as much, but breach charges do the job. A minute 20 left for the attack. No picks have came out in a very long time, but there it is. Witcher takes out best. The Valkyrie that made a huge impact at the start of the round is now gone. It's a 4v4, and there is a minute still left in this round. All the defenders now playing sight. Just trying to hold onto their position. Get those cross angles needed
By attackers.
onto the attackers when the final execute comes out. They still have Ace alive, and there goes the freezer wall. Electrical and now freezer wall is starting to get opened. It's now prevalent to the defenders that they know that's where the attackers are gonna bring their push in from the freezer and from that double door. The Cade takes out Max on the Jackal, and Witcher getting lit up as well as Smoke.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
Blazing gets injured, but Lazzy finds the pick.
15 seconds remaining.
And now it's a 3v2 in favour of the defenders.
10
and
seconds.
10 seconds left. Witcher finds
Attackers have
a second on
recovered
the
their
round.
diffuser.
And now the toxic
5
fumes
seconds
being
left.
breathed in by the Ash, and the plant is going down behind that cabinet with Ash holding the cross angle to stop anyone from pushing through, and there's the first bit by
Attackers are
Galloway.
activating the diffuser.
And the plant
Defenders have
is
eyes
actually
on
going to go
the
down.
Attackers need to protect.
Clicky Mickey on the castle in a 1v2 with what is known as one of the worst guns in the game. The Ash will now rotate above to protect his plant even more. Clicky Mickey in a very difficult situation. He still has that Sophia to find behind that counter, and then an Ash, of course, to deal with as well. Will he find one? He is taking the shot. They are engaged in a gunfight, but nothing has came out of it yet. Oh! Clicky Mickey takes out Galloway, who's been playing above. Now he only has 7 seconds to start this defuse. Now it seems the round is done. Brainstorm take yet another round. And there it is. Witcher with the final pick of the round. It just seems like this match is just the Witcher and Galloway train. How many kills? They both have 14 kills. And then the person below them obviously can be. He's only on 4. So like I said, it is just the Witcher and Galloway train. Now, did extra value opting to go to bar and cocktail. And almost the same lineup being brought by the defense. Of course, you now have the Malusi. And wait, I don't think they had a Jaeger either. 6 pick coming in. The Valkyrie, but who are they going to switch to? I'm going to expect a Wamai or a Gale for this site, but who knows? Oh. He's 6 picks from
Attackers
Valkyrie
need to locate and
to
defuse
Valkyrie.
bombs.
Now that is extremely impactful, of course. That 6th pick from that camera operator to that same camera operator. Oh my god, I've never seen something so intellectual.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
Now, the attackers, of course, bringing the Jackal once again. As sniffing those feet and finding the location of the defenders makes a much easier run clear.
Play carpenter on that wall!
Brainstorm are
10
only
seconds
2
to
rounds
insertion.
away from closing this match out at an 8-2 scoreline. So
5
XP are
seconds
really
to
going
go.
to have to pick up their game if they want to bring this back and potentially go to overtime.
Stop worrying about grenades.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
They have best on the Valkyrie, playing below, whilst all 4 of the defenders option to stay on site at the moment. The ADS is coming out to, of course, protect that shield on split. It seems he may use all 3, but no, I think he only played his 2. Still though, 2 ADSs to protect that shield, that's 6
Attackers
pieces
are
usually the attacker's going to have to waste before they can clear out that shield. First, Inox Scan is going to come out, finding the Valkyrie playing on the bottom floor, because now, by this time he's rotated up downstairs and the drone's going to spot him out and he's going to have to relocate once again. He could get caught off by the ash, but no, he does manage to slip away. And now, he wasted around a minute of the attacker's time, so he decides to get back upstairs and regroup with the rest of his team. The hatches have been opened and the attackers are already starting to take control of red stairs, and now the piano walls are getting open, of course, because of that shield on split. It's going to be a tough task getting rid of it. Max and Wazzy took some shots off towards each other, nothing is found by either of them. And there is more feet on the floor to scan. If the Jackal decides to, but no, he doesn't want to do it just yet. The first minute goes out and gets caught by that ADS. And the castle barricade now is gone, and the Ash Galloway just rushing in and taking down Kaiju. What an aggressive push, but it paid off, and now split. You can take control of it. The player behind it's dead, and piano control has been completely taken. Now Sled's starting to open some angles with his breaching hammer, which of course he's also opening some angles so that the attackers can go through, which can aid in the plan. Gives them easier access to the site, so they can go for an easier plan later on in the round. And now Sled takes some shots towards 2 players and picks them both off. They just line up perfectly for him. Now it's just Lazzy in 1v5. He just into Galloway, however, it's still 1v4 and it doesn't seem likely that he will achieve this. He's getting pushed from multiple angles, he doesn't know the Zofia was there and he gets picked off. A flawless round coming in for Brainstorm as they move to match point. Alright, I'm just going to fix something, one sec. So my stream kept freezing, and then when I tried to refresh it, it wouldn't refresh. So now I'm bringing it back up. There we go, I'm back in time, I should be. Now, for the defenders, of course, deciding to go to bar once again. Very interesting choice, considering they just got flawless playing that site. I think they really need to think about keeping that smoke alive, because of course he is playing alone. He has no cross angles to protect him. Whereas Brainstorm, when they were on their defense, when they went to bar, they of course had the player in storage with that shield and with the angles to also help and aid the player on split. A 6-pick coming in. Oh, it's fixed. Wait, no, it's not. That was from yesterday's
Attackers
game.
need to locate and defuse bombs.
God damn it.
What the hell?
God damn it.
I don't understand. I can pull it up, but this is from yesterday's game.
Yeah, this is yesterday.
So like,
Bomb located by attackers.
yeah, that's yesterday's game.
Wow.
F.
Okay, of course they are playing that top floor once again, and the Maestro gets brought out. Of course,
10 seconds
Maestro.
left before insertion.
With his Alder, and if you know
5
what the
seconds.
Alder is, then you know that the Alder go brrr. And other than that, of course, he does have those evil eye cameras which are bulletproof, by the way, to spot out attackers and zap them if need be. And it seems like XV may have heard my prayers, and they've decided to get that cross angle. Wait, no, they haven't. They've just moved the smoke into storage instead of having a cross angle on a shield on split, because there is no shield on split. They only have the shield in storage. They somewhat heard my prayers. Oh, the best went for an aggressive angle, and this time round it didn't pay off, and Can Be gets his revenge on the round earlier. And now, Brainstorm's starting to again make quick work of taking control of those red stairs and piano. And of course, the fact that they don't have the shield and split would make it somewhat easier, but of course there is the shield in storage that they have to deal with. The spray's coming up towards it as Sledge is in to stage, and of course Sledge with those grenades can quite easily get disposed of the shield, but of course ADSs should be there to protect him. Galloway finds the second pick onto Lazzy. Now Jaeger is gone as well. It is match point for Brainstorm, and it's not looking too great for XV. With only 3 players left. First grenade gets pulled, but will it find that shield? I think it does. And the smoke has to retreat, and Maestro shoots the ADS, which now is going to make it much easier for the attackers to throw all their utility at the defenders. Shove. Wall's starting to go open. Kaiju, the first toxic grenade gets thrown out, not finding anything. And he throws the second in quick succession. But again, it finds 0 damage on the attackers, and it doesn't waste any time. But he does find a pick, however, onto Galloway. Man now going down behind the bar. The attackers to cover if the smoke wave comes out. It goes out. It always explodes, and the plan is definitely getting down, and there it is. The Legion is on the flank, and Blazing finds one, but a refrag comes in. Max takes out Kaiju, but Clicky Mickey again with his second, and he's third. Oh, no, he's second on the round, my bad. And now, XV managed to pull that round back, and they stay alive for another round, and they can fight another day.
Bomb diffuser disabled by defenders. Bomb diffusing attempt failed. Defenders win.
I was almost certain that Brainstorm would win out that round, but a nice clutch comes out for the duo of Clicky Mickey and whoever that Maestro was. I think it was Blazing, I'm not too sure. I'm probably wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Was it Lazzy? Was it Blazing? Well, we'll never know. After that successful top 4 defense, they're now deciding to go to kitchen and bringing a castle as well as a smoker Jaeger and a Maestro, but no, they switch off the Jaeger last second to a bandit. And now I'm quite expecting a 6-pick to come in, because of course Jaeger is one of the most crucial operators in the game, of course. He's one of those catcher operators who can catch the attacker's utility. The Legion's going to go for the 6-pick, but will it be to the Jaeger? Or will he just 6-pick from Legion to Legion? No, he 6-picks to a Valkyrie. No, he 6-picks from Legion to Legion.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
What is it with this team and 6-picking to the operator they're already playing? I'll never know. I'm expecting the same defense to come out for XV, of course. Trying to keep control
Attackers have located a bomb.
Bakery But of course, it's going to be much harder for them now. The fact that they don't have the Jaeger to protect that smoking bakery, so any grenade on the attacking side could come out and just wipe him off the earth. So it
10 seconds
seems
left.
strange that they may not have brought the Jaeger, but of course they may have their own strategies, they may have a way to adapt to it and play without that Jaeger. We'll have to see.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Again, it seems like every single game that we ever see, the attacking lineup stays relatively the same throughout the entire attacking half. But of course, as it should, because of course you do need the soft breach. You need the way to clear some shields, and of course hard breach is also very crucial.
Reloading! Deploying drone.
Now the defenders, all 5 of them playing on that bottom floor at the moment, so clearing that top and middle floor is going to be a breeze for the attackers at the moment. Of course, the Jackal is there just in case a defender tries to rotate upstairs. You can scan their feet and send them on their way. Back downstairs or to the depths of hell, whichever he chooses. Now, the drones are still coming out, but of course there is no one to find, as every player is playing bottom floor. And can be only now starting to work his way towards the building, and okay best. Okay best. Really?
Loading, man!
Wow. What is up with them? Okay, let's not spectate them, because it's gonna put me off whilst I'm trying to cast. Okay. The attackers now already opening those vertical holes, which are gonna make the defenders flee out of the position or face bullets to the face. Can be now getting rid of both bandit batteries on the freezer, and now they can get open the wall. The first bit comes out, which we've taken out Lazzy. And all the map control has been taken other than the site and bakery for the attackers now. The defenders are in a very difficult situation. Unfortunately, that sledge is still alive. All that breaching can still come out. The only player who's safe from that hammer and its destructibility is the player in bakery, of course. He has to rotate back inside at some point. So he's not going to be safe for too long. The Maestro Cam comes out and takes about 40 HP off post Zoo on the ace. 40 seconds left and the attackers have taken almost all the map other than the site and bakery, so taking the map control shouldn't be too hard. The Maestro gets spotted out and post Zoo again, taking almost all of his HP off him. Finally though, that Maestro Cam gets taken out by Can B and the push is starting to come out. The Maestro finds one, Blazing finds one to Max, but he gets injured in the process and the plant is surely about to go down. Post Zoo just playing behind that thing once again, and the plant is now going down. Can be with a double on the round, and it's now 2v3. The attackers do get the plant down, and now a post-plant situation with 3 bodies to find. One of them gets injured, however, but of course they don't know. As points are disabled. There's a player in freezer and a player above, and there, Witra. Main above takes out one of them. Oh, but the rotate came out for best, and he rotated upstairs and took out Witra, playing that vertical. Now it's a glorified 2v1 of course with Post-it being injured. He needs at least 7 seconds to defuse this, and he does know the location of the sledge. And he only has about 5 seconds to start defusing it. It doesn't seem likely. The spray comes out. Best loses most of his HP, and that is a GG. Brainstorm taking that game 8-3. And he finds the final pick onto best as well. A very nice game. XV tried, but XV failed. And Brainstorm now confirming their place in the professional league on the next season. A very nice game. Witra and Galloway, I have to commemorate them, as well as Can be towards the end of that match, as he did pick up his game, but ultimately it goes to Brainstorm.
And as a child in my heart,